5 seconds. Hey, all right, I gotta fix the size. What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing today? We are doing some more patch notes once again. Sorry, this video has been a little bit delayed, but we are back at it with Drew once again. What's up, Drew?
Hey, hello. Back for another patch notes. Here
Yes,
we go.
sir. By
We were saying right before recording, this isn't the world's patch, but we're close.
yes, yeah, that should. So what I'm hearing is it's gonna be 1319, so it's very, very close. It'll be the next one up.
Oh, oh, it says it in the paragraph. Look, the second paragraph
Yep, there you go, 1319.
confirmed.
Perfect.
Breaking news here.
Yeah, so this was 4 days ago, but we're just gonna run through it. There was a couple mid-patch updates as well, so we can run through that real fast. But Briar was released this patch. What do you think of her so far? Have you tested her out at all or no?
I haven't played as her. I've played
Against her
against
though?
her
Okay,
like twice.
gotcha, gotcha.
She doesn't seem that crazy.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I People have been saying that she's really terrible, and I noticed a lot of people said that her win rate's really, really bad. But I think that could be just because people are very new at the champ, or people are tanking the win rate by just trying her out and not knowing how she works, or
Mm,
reading abilities and stuff like that. So I actually think she's pretty good actually, personally, but it's not like she's like OP or anything, I wouldn't say. But I think she's pretty strong actually.
yeah,
But
that's kind of how I feel. I don't. She's not horrible, but she's also not like OP. She's just
yeah,
like, she's
exactly.
just
I
ultra
have not
OP.
tried her jungle, and I haven't tried her very much overall, but I feel like lanes are her specialty, and personally, but maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm not sure. I think
There's
go ahead.
there's a funny uh interaction that I saw today that you can do when she's in jungle where her like frenzy that makes her just attack the nearest thing.
Yeah.
Um because it prioritizes champions. If she's like on her buff, like level one, you can run up like out of the fog of war, like late invade, and she will chase you.
Oh
She will like go away
yeah,
from her
I
buff and
noticed
chase
that.
you.
Like, it's really good if someone like dashes over a wall. Like, I saw
Yep.
someone in the top lane. There's like that tri brush in the top lane, right?
Yep.
Um, and someone like dashed or flashed over the wall, and she went from the bottom of the thing to automatically locking onto them
Yeah.
in the top. I was like, bro, that's actually
Yeah.
really OP.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It can like see through fog of war, it seems like, or something like that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's definitely weird. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know if they're gonna change that, but I think they should keep it in. I think it's pretty good.
yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah, all right. Anyways, let's jump into the batch notes. Sorry about the delay. So we got 13.18 here. It says, "Come check out what we're cooking in patch 13.18. Hope you're hungry." Briar certainly is. In this patch, we welcome our newest champion to the Rift, Briar, the Restrained Hunger, and ready to sink her teeth into her foes. Or sorry, is here and ready to sink her teeth into her foes. I wonder what champions taste like. Probably not very good. But that's not all we're serving up. We also have Ixtal Clash this weekend, a new Mythic Shop rotation, and a handful of street demons, dishing out some chaos. Quickly approaching the World Championship, which will be played on patch 1319, as you said there. And as a result, we're continuing to trickle in more changes aimed at professional play, but we're also doing follow-ups on the previous patch. Jarvan was a big winner of last patch's item changes. Dark and King's nerfs were fully compensated by item buffs, and Tryndamere landed stronger than we had intended, so we're also tuning up a few champions and systems that haven't found meaningfulness in either solo queue or pro play. And then we've got some TFT stuff, which we were not going to really cover unless you guys are interested. Just leave it in a comment. Um, but yeah, if you haven't seen a whole lot of Briar stuff, actually, I'd be down to do like a quick rundown of that as a video if you guys are interested. But either way, she is coming. She came out this patch, which was a few days ago, and they got some bug fixes into her because apparently her win rate was extremely low. Um, so they gave her some like 20 base health, 5% more cooldown reduction on her or damage reduction on her E, and her E cooldown also went down by 2 seconds. And then looks like they did a little bit of a bug fix there as well. And then they also It's interesting Bard bug fix. I don't know if you saw this. It says fix a bug where the W, the heal bubble basically, was cancelable when
Hmm.
it cast out of range, causing it to consume a charge without actually placing a shrine.
Oh,
So that seems like it would be a big problem, but like glad they found that out quickly.
yeah. I
So
don't know. I've never tried that before, so I've never.
yeah, right. You usually cast it like in range, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Anyways, this is the highlights. If you want to pause and look at them, you've got the breakdown depending on like what they were trying to nerf it for, what level of play, and then you got some skins, of course. But anyways, let's get straight into it. So Bear obviously came out. Uh, when you can check out the rundown of the abilities and a bunch of other stuff there if you want to. Obviously, I'll key have the link to this page and the patch notes in the description. But the first one we got up is Bard, other than the champion release. So it looks like on his passive we got maximum chime stacks going from 5 to 10, so double the chime stacks. So that's basically like when you're walking into a chime, you gain a stack, right? So um, the chime stack duration has also gone from 7 seconds to 20 seconds. So basically, they've been wanting to make it so that his passive doesn't fall off as quickly, so you can just kind of zoom around the map to pick up chimes, which is I think it's pretty cool. I don't have any problem with that personally. Um, and then his W Caretaker's Shrine. They got the Caretaker's Shrine is now accumulates charges over time up to a maximum of 2 charges. So you can now stack it into 2 different charges instead of just having the one cooldown. And then we got the stack charge time slash cooldown is now 18 seconds instead. And then the Shrine charge to full heal is actually half as long. So it only takes 5 seconds to become its fully powered heal, which is actually really cool. That's a nice big buff for him. And then the Shrine movement speed bonus is 30% decaying over 1.5 seconds to 20% to 30% scaling every level, and then plus 0.05% AP decaying over 1.5 seconds. So they gave it a scaling, and then they nerfed it a little bit early. But if you're maxing W, this is going to be actually a buff, especially if you're building HP. So any thoughts on this?
I like it. I don't think it's gonna make him like OP broken, but
Yeah.
I do. I feel like the biggest downside of Bard was he wants to roam around the map. But
Yeah.
even with his tunnels and stuff like sometimes you just felt too slow, like you couldn't get back to lane in
Yeah.
time to, or you couldn't get to where you were going. So the fact that he's gonna keep that speed is super cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
and I think that I play a little bit of Bard. So like actually the fact that you can stack the W feels nice because sometimes like
Yeah.
late game, you're actually casting it like directly on your allies, which doesn't heal them as much, but you just like if you're trying to catch up or run away, you're casting it right on top of them. So
Yeah. Pretty
um
much.
like having the stack, like being able to do that twice, like would be nice, I feel like.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's a good point, actually. I think they were trying to specifically nerf it a little bit for pro play because most pros were doing it mostly for the speed movement bonus instead of the
Yep.
heal, and so they nerfed it a little bit early just because of that. But they just have the AP, of course, as well. And yeah, like you said, the stacks actually. I just thought about this. The fact that you can build it up to 2 charges means that, like, I don't know if there's a world that you start W level 1, but you could get like 2 charges pretty easily just by starting level 1. I'm not sure if it like if you level up the ability, it instantly gives you 2 charges, or if it starts on the second building once it's first leveled up. But yeah, um, seems seems good. I like it.
Yeah, me
All
too.
right, let's move on to Gwen.
Let's see. So Gwen, oh, okay, Gwen Jungle. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that. Gwendol?
Gwungle?
Gwendol? All right, I tried it anyway. Is in a pretty sad spot right now. Gwen top also has some room for extra power, but Gwen Jungle needs a bunch. So this patch, we're taking a heavy swing into bringing Gwen Jungle back as a viable magic damage carry option. 1,000 cuts is not only applied per basic attack, but also on each hit of her Q. So this damage cap increase represents a substantial increase in her damage to monsters. The passive buff walks back the jungle nerf from 12-13, which should hit the magnitude we want for jungle power. Our goals are to retain top Gwen as the top Gwen, but to have jungle be a viable alternative, alternate role. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's a little healthier. Um,
Yep.
and what is this? Magic damage to monsters goes up with a little bit better AP ratio too. So I don't know. How do you how do you feel about Gwen jungle?
I mean, I think it's fine. I think it's especially decent in pro play. I've seen that a lot. Or at least to be able to flex if nothing else. But um, yeah, I don't really have a problem with Gwen jungle. I think it's fairly balanced.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
this is fine.
I like AP junglers. Because I feel like
Yeah,
sometimes there's not
as
there's not
many.
a lot of good AP jungle options. So it's nice. I feel like you can do some different comps if you have AP in jungle.
Yeah,
So
it's a good point actually. Definitely.
yeah, seems fun. I don't think it's gonna make her like the greatest jungler in the game, but yeah,
No,
it should be good.
definitely not. But it is a reversion from another patch, so it looks like I
Yeah,
think what they were trying to nerf in that patch, the season 12, was that she was like pretty heavily pro presence in the jungle. So I wonder
yeah,
if we'll
I
see
definitely
it
remember
at
that.
Worlds. I suppose we'll see. We'll see.
Ooh, maybe.
All right, so we got Aurelia's up next. Our cooldown is decreased, so we got our Vanguard's Edge going from cooldown to, let's see, what, 15 seconds, and then 15 seconds again, and then 15 seconds again. So 15 seconds all rank going down, so it's actually going to be up quicker. Um, I don't really like Aurelia ult. Seems pretty OP, but I guess
Yeah,
this is fine. I don't really like this change personally, but I'm okay with it. It looks like it says not finding much consistent success even in higher levels of play. So I guess maybe her win rate was a little bit low, and they're like, all right, let's bump it.
yeah. They say they don't directly buff her damage, but I feel
Yeah,
like her ult is pretty is a pretty big ability, and especially in like team fights. So
yeah, definitely.
uh, the fact that it's gonna be on like that rank 3 85 seconds, that feels like it's gonna be
Yeah, pretty much every
pretty
fight.
yeah. You
Especially
like feel
you're
like
gonna
always have
buy
it.
buying some cooldown already in some of her items like Black Cleaver and such, so you're definitely gonna
Yeah,
be
for
lower than
sure.
that too. So
Okay, okay, we'll have to see. Maybe we see a bunch of Aurelia. Maybe Aurelia at Worlds. Who
oh
knows?
god, please don't. No, that's fine. As long
um,
as I'm not building like some crazy dumb build, I'm okay with it at Worlds, I
yeah,
guess.
fair. We've got Jarvan, who I think they mentioned up top was super overpowered after last patch.
Yeah, yeah, he
Once he got
benefited from
items, I
the
guess, right?
the Gore Drinker Shojin
Okay.
basically, really good for him. So
Right. Okay, so they're just kind of trying to bring him back in line. So they just say his passive, which is additional physical damage based on attacks, 8% of target's current health is now going to be 6% of target's current health. So I guess just a little bit less damage on his autos. Actually, it could be
yep.
quite a bit depending on who he's hitting, I guess.
Yeah,
But
it's I don't I haven't seen much driving for it actually, but I know that the item changes were really good for him. But I feel like this is a bit extreme, but maybe he was just really strong. I'm not sure. It says they're nerfing it to tone down his damage in a way that incentivizes him to build AD. Interestingly enough, so interesting.
maybe he was, let's see, his most common later items were frozen heart spirit, so maybe he was getting away with just building a lot tankier,
Yeah,
because he didn't have to build AD, so maybe they're taking damage out. Okay, I could see it, I guess.
yeah.
We shall see.
Yeah. It kind of sucks honestly, but I'm okay with it, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of Jarvan in my games, but
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. All right, so next up we got Cassidy. We got the Rift Walk. Rift Walk is getting. Oh, okay. So basically, um, it got a accidental buff in 13-15, and basically it's been in play for a while, but they haven't actually like put it in the patch notes because they didn't realize it until like this patch or last patch or something like that. So basically what happened like three patches ago or so, they
yeah.
gave it 20% more AP scaling. which is actually pretty big.
Interesting.
But
That is pretty big.
yeah. So I actually did play against the Cassin recently. I don't know if it's that particularly, but he definitely hurt quite a lot in his burst. So um, yeah, I think it's honestly it's somewhat broken, but I'm not sure if this will make him like super high presence or anything. He's kind of a strange champion. Got to be really good at him.
Yeah, I feel like he's not one that people will see this and then immediately rush to play him unless they already are good at him.
Right, and they said they're aware of the change immediately when it went live, but they're comfortable with him being at this power level. So it's gonna be a thing now.
Yep, yep, yep. Ooh, okay, some Kane changes here. So it looks like they're gonna healing adjusted, darken R damage decrease. So the passive on Ross specifically, um, it used to be 20 to 30 based on level of physical damage dealt to champion. So now it's just a flat 25. So I guess it's kind of like a what early nerf later kind of deal. Does
Yeah,
that make sense?
early
Yeah.
nerf and it's a little bit better later as well,
Yeah,
based on
yeah,
level though.
yeah. Based on level, yeah, yeah. Okay. And then the R, which is super annoying ability. Um
Yeah.
let's see. Version damage dealt. So 15%. It used to be 15% plus 13% per 100 bonus AD of target's maximum health. So now it's only going to be, it's actually a slight nerf. It's going to be 10% per 100 bonus AD of target's maximum health. So okay, he's just kind of like a little bit weaker. I don't know. It feels like it's not going to be that much different, to be honest with you. But I feel like he's still going to
Yeah.
do Kane stuff.
Yeah. I don't think it's that big, but it's definitely something. All
Yeah,
right.
and it's they're are they just it's just oh okay, the healing's just Ross, but the R is for both. Got it. Okay, right?
Says yes, I believe so. Yep,
Okay,
yep.
okay. Got it. Okay,
I
yeah,
think
I
that's
don't
how
think it
that
would do a
reads.
whole lot, but yeah, that's what I got out of it. Okay, cool.
All right. Kennan's up next. He's got a lightning rush on his E is going from 100 to 80 energy cost to 80 at all ranks. So that's pretty nice for him. His E definitely cost a
Yep.
buttload, but it's 80 is still quite a bit. So, but it's definitely nicer. And then we got the arm slicing maelstrom is actually going from 120 seconds to all ranks cooldown to 120 at level 1, 100 at level 2, and 80 seconds at level 3. So that's pretty scary. I think definitely gonna see Kinetic Worlds if this is a thing, unless they really think that the nerfs to Static Shiv are gonna be a problem, but I don't see it being that big of a problem. Um,
Yeah, that feels
that's
really nice. That
crazy.
ultimate reduction, that's like I feel like in the same lines of the Aurelia kind of buff, but this is even a bigger team fight ultimate than the Aurelia one.
Yeah,
Like
this is pretty
this can
crazy.
like single handedly right win you a team fight if you do it right.
Exactly. Yep. 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah,
All right. Kennen for
that's.
worlds. Let's go.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah. What do they got? What do they got with Rel? Um, so we've been seeing at least in pro play. I don't have you seen Rel jungle in any of your solo queue games? Because I've seen her never in the jungle, but in pro play they like her
I
in the
think
jungle.
I saw her once or twice, maybe, but like very not very much. No.
Okay. So let's see. They're changing around her E, which is a nerf. So bonus movement speed when she's going away from enemies. So it's just down on all ranks. The percentage bonus movement speed. So it originally started with 15%. Now it starts at 12. So it goes 15 and 25 originally, 12 to 20. And then when she's charging towards enemies, same kind of deal. It's just down at all ranks. So it used to be 30%. Now it'll be 24%, and the max it can get is 40%. So she's going to
Yeah.
be slower when she's either going to or away from enemies, which I think will hurt. I think it will hurt Jungle Rel because right, it'll make her gank. Like when she's coming in for a gank, she'll be. I think she liked using her E to like gank, basically like charge in and get someone. So she'll be a bit slower.
Yeah, definitely. Um, it's definitely like it's clearly a nerf. I don't think it's too bad. I don't think you should worry too much, but like it's definitely noticeable, I think. I'm not sure the exact numbers on it. You'd have to check out Freak's video. He does deep dives on that stuff, but
Yeah,
um, yeah, it's just the bonus movement is reduced.
yeah. I don't play enough for her to know for sure, but yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
speed is important, so it will definitely be noticeable, but I just don't know if it'll make her like bad.
Yeah, I don't think it'll like take her out of what she was doing before. If you're picking her, I don't
Yeah,
think this stops you from picking her.
yeah, probably not.
All right. So we got Cinna's. Okay, this is the big one. Let's go. I think it's big.
Okay.
We'll see. So we've got her passive. They had a critical strike ratio reduction on it previously, so her critical strikes did 8.5% less damage than regular
Mm.
champions. Kind of like Yasuo and Yone also have a critical strike reduction um, percentage, like their critical strikes do less damage. But since go to like Freak's video if you want to check out like specifics, but basically back when she was released, they thought that she's going to be way too strong, and she was pretty strong for a while there. And so they gave her a like ahead of time just nerf on her crit strikes because she automatically gets crit strike from her passive as well, just by getting stacks. So overall, it's just like a smart like heads up. But nowadays, she's not that same level anymore at all. So they're just completely removing the reduction on her critical strikes, so she goes full critical strike damage now, which is really nice. And then of course, if you got like IE, you're gonna do obviously that plus 45% more critical strike damage as well. So you could do that if you so choose. But yeah, they're removing that reduction on critical strikes on her passive, so that's really nice. And then her W Last Embrace, I actually like this. Is the area of effects actually enemies hit with the W's like root because it roots in an area AOE are afflicted with the stack of mist from Senna's passive. So if you just hit one person before with the W, which is you can only hit one person, it would only give the stack of mist where you can get that stack from a champion on the first target. But now it'll give on everyone that was rooted in the AOE of the W. So pretty nice.
Yeah, no, I like it. That's good. I didn't even realize she had that like built-in nerf on crit damage. So
Oh
that's
really?
neat.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
always been there, but like usually she ends up scaling, so not to be it doesn't end up being too bad. But yeah,
yeah,
it definitely was
that's
there.
nice. That's exciting.
So yeah, build crit on Senna. It's okay. You don't have to go Rage Blade anymore. I don't think it
Yeah,
was good in first place, but whatever.
true, true. All right, we've got a thresh change here. So
That's a
it
big one.
looks like
All this
this is
changed.
like pretty. Yeah, let's see. Shield strength. So the base amount doesn't change, but it's all about the souls. So
Yep.
instead of 1.5 per soul, it's 2 per soul. Um, so the number doesn't seem like that a lot, like that big, but he does get. I mean, I this would be another one you'd have to look at the freak video if he
Yeah.
math like does the math. But the only thing I'll say is he does get a lot more souls now than he used to. I think they like upped how many souls he gets. Like
Yeah, definitely.
a while, like not super recently, but like probably like several patches ago. So,
Within like
um,
the last year or so, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I'm not sure. I mean, the fact that he gets more souls, it will just make the shield stronger, which is nice. I know they nerfed because you used to max W on Thresh, like that was considered one of the more optimal ways to play him
Yeah.
as support. You would max the W, and then they like nerf the W. So or they either nerf the W or they like buff the Q to like get people to start going Q max.
Yeah, I think a little bit of
I
both. Yep, yep.
Yeah, but I don't think this would make people. Well, I don't know. What do you think? I don't know that this would make people max W again. I'm not sure.
I don't think so because it doesn't really change no matter what your level of W is.
Sure.
So it's just the how many souls you get. Like, yeah, that's all
Yeah.
that it really
Yeah,
affects.
yeah. So
So
you get the same buff no matter what rank it's at. Yeah, that's a
yeah,
good
so
point.
I think you just max whatever you did used to, but it's just a nice you get extra defensive tool on Thresh his shield. Which I think it's fine. I
Yeah.
feel like it was a little bit low more recently, but sometimes it can be pretty high, honestly. So Be a pretty
Yeah,
pretty fatty shield.
you can. You definitely you don't expect it, and then yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's
All
our
right,
favorite guy.
here we go. All right, so Tryndamere got his attack range changed last patch, so they're nerfing him once again because ended up realizing that it was pretty big. So we got last patch they nerfed him a little bit as well. They pre-nerfed his basic attack damage. Um, and so now they're doing this health growth is down. I think they also nerfed that last patch, but I'm not sure. Um, so that's going to be down what? 8 to 15, that's like 7 points. So down 7 points every level of health. So you're getting a little bit less health. I don't think it's too bad, but definitely hits him for sure. Base attack damage is also going down -2 again. I think they did -4 last time, so this is overall -6 base AD. Um, I'm fairly certain. So definitely pretty big nerfs, but I don't think it's terrible. I guess definitely hurts him though.
who uh who could have seen that when they give him a bunch more attack range, he would have been busted?
Yeah, who
Oh,
could have
that's
thought
right.
of
Us. It was us. It was us in the last patch notes.
that? Yeah,
Oh goodness.
it's pretty
Yeah.
warranted, but I think it feels a little bit bad if you are a Tryndamere player. I don't think maybe they should keep nerfing it, but I don't know. What do you think? You think they should keep nerfing it, or they should just leave it? I think it's
I I don't know. I do feel bad for people that play Tryndamere, but he's in like a weird category of champions where when he's too strong, um, he just like, especially I think at lower elos, like where
yeah,
we're at, he just makes like the game so miserable.
that's true.
Um, so I don't know. I feel like he's just one of those champions that you can't let him get too strong.
That's fair. Also, I know his Q gives him I think like what 10 attack damage at level 1, and it gives you even more.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah, that's true.
not too bad in the end, I guess. And plus you could you have your Doran, so you're still probably around like 80ish somewhere around there. So it's not
Yeah,
really
I think
too
it's
bad.
still I think it's with the range increase, I think it's still like a net buff overall, still, even with the
Yes.
double nerf. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I do want to say I would like to see him being played mid or even top. Top
Yeah.
Impact. Remember when the Impact was playing him like last season or whenever that
Yeah.
was,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
we
yeah.
had M&S I think was playing him mid. Someone was playing him mid. I'm pretty sure it was M&S like spring split.
Yeah.
Those are the good days.
Yep.
All right.
What do we got with Zaya here? This looks like the last champion change. So Zaya, yeah, true. It does say she's been dominating pro play. She has been super popular. So, they're gonna tune down her base health, but they're gonna increase her growth in health. So, kind of like an initial nerf, but then she'll kind of get it back over time. And then Blade Caller, which is wow, that's pretty self-explanatory. It's her E, where she calls her feather blades back to her,
Yep.
and that one is this is cooldown is going up by 2 seconds, I think, until when it's max, it'll be the same. So it's like a early game nerf. So it's like increased by 2 seconds at rank 1, and then by the time you get to full rank 5, then it'll be the same that it always was.
Yep. Absolutely.
You play Zaya. Do you what? How much is that a nerf? And yeah, I'm not
So
sure.
it's definitely a nerf. It hurts, but I think what this does is so some people do max W when you're playing with Rakan. Um,
Okay, yep,
or
I've
at
seen.
least they start W, right? And they put some early points in it. Um, and then some people max Q for like more wave clear and poke. And then I think the majority of Xayah players max their E. So this shouldn't really matter other than early game, like you're saying. Up until level 9 is when you're going to be getting your first max ability. So um, it definitely hurts. I don't think this is actually warranted. I feel kind of bad for Xayah that this is happening to her, but I don't think she's broken or really even the best ADC, but I think she is pretty strong. So I guess since it's your first max ability usually, I don't think it's too bad, but I'm not a big I feel like this is unnecessary, but it's okay. It's not too bad, I guess. But it is kind of nice that the health growth is a little bit. um, higher. I actually personally think Zaya's early game, at least up to until level 6, is actually fairly weak. Overall, there are some situations if you're like a bully lane and you have a really good like support that's just going in all the time, or poke support or something like that. It's not. It covers up her weaknesses a little bit more, but um, yeah, I think her early game's just gonna be pretty weak overall.
Yep, maybe clears the way for some ADC diversity at Worlds. Maybe we'll get some other champs in there in the
That's
ADC
fair.
role.
Yeah.
We shall see.
All right, let's get into the items then. That's gonna be the last of the champion changes. We got Crown of the Shattered Queen here. Trying just to say the other version. Um, Ability power is going from 70 to 85, so plus 15 AP going into the item just for free. Safeguard is going from 75% damage reduction for 1.5 seconds to 40% damage reduction for 2.5 seconds. So you get a longer window of damage reduction, but it is less for sure. Quite a bit less, but still damage reduction regardless. And then they removed the Poise Break, which was Crown giving 10 to 40% AP while the shield holds. So it doesn't get that extra AP, but you do have the 15 built in, so it's not too bad. Definitely a little bit of a nerf in terms of how much overall AP you had. But I think overall just a nerf, which is kind of
Yeah,
interesting.
it does seem like a nerf overall. It says, I'm reading the little paragraph, it says they want it to make it a better, it's interesting. They want to make it a better defensive option against all kinds of dives and like damage, I guess, not just like one shot assassins.
Hmm.
Which I guess that makes sense why, 2.5 seconds you can soak a couple abilities now. But
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
think I don't, I feel like, yeah, it's just going to be overall a lot worse.
When I think of this item, I think immediately of Zed's ultimate, and
Yeah.
the mark lasts way longer than 1.5 seconds, so this does like almost nothing to
Yeah.
like just before any of these changes at all.
Yeah,
This does
yeah,
almost
yeah,
that, and I
for
still
sure.
don't think it does any damage because I think it's like 4 seconds or something like that, 5 seconds maybe before the mark actually applies.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
know.
I feel like I didn't see that many people. Oh yeah, it even says I was gonna say I feel like that many people don't use this, and yeah, it says only Azir was picking it pretty
Pretty
reliably.
much,
So
yeah.
yeah,
They're
I
trying to
don't think
open up
people
the
are gonna buy
roster of
this.
users, but I don't know if this is really gonna do it.
I
Seems just like
I don't think
overall
so.
nerf.
I predict no, it will not.
We'll see. Go ahead for the Spear Shojin.
Okay, Spirit Sojin. This has been a
This is a
strong
big,
item, so uh, it's been really powerful. So they took 5 attack damage out of it, or
obviously,
was it?
it's a
Yeah. So
classically
we're good.
classic
We're
Pirate
good.
Riot games.
We're good. We're good now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much to say about this. I think it's still a strong item.
Yeah, it's definitely still strong. This is a really good item. Obviously only on specific champions, but it's
Yes.
not like
Yes. Yes. Yes.
as limited as it was before. It was only like a couple of champions before. Now it's like a maybe like 15 or 20 champions, so it's pretty nice.
Yeah. No, it's built by a good amount of
I
people.
don't think this is really necessary, but I think it's okay. It's not like a big nerf, and it's not gonna like make you not pick the item just because of that, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Overall, this does make it minus 350 gold because they did give it minus 5 attack damage previously as well, so it's overall minus 10.
Hmm.
So it's, but you got that 150 HP, so it's actually plus 50 gold still, um, because it's 350 gold for a longsword and 400 gold for a ruby crystal. So
Nice. Coming with the receipts there. So there you go.
pretty sure.
Still
Or did I do the
still a
math
buff.
wrong?
Nah, that seems like correct math.
Yeah, something like that.
I think that's
Either
right.
that or it's
Yeah.
minus 50 HP, and even if that's the case, that's not a big deal.
True. True. True.
Or
True.
50 gold, I mean. All right, so
Oh
we got
geez. Our
Static Shiv. We're back.
Shiv.
Hit every patch for the last when did it come in? 12 or something?
Oh my god. I can tell you it's 13-12 because that's what the Asia games are played on. That's
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
All
That's
right.
when they introduced it. Yep.
So we got Static Shiv. Is what patch was the was Storm Razor like first changed? That was that the same batch or no?
I think it was all I think it was all
Was it 10 or
13
11?
12. I think 13
Was it?
12 is when all those items like came and got changed up.
Actually, I want to
Wait,
check
wait,
that real
wait. No, no, no. It says
fast.
right there, 1310, 1310. It says in the paragraph.
1310. Oh, okay, okay, we're
Yeah.
good then. We're good. We're good. We're
Okay,
good.
we're good. We're good.
I was gonna say, I feel like Asia games are gonna be completely Stormrazor, Caitlyn, and Jin then, but we're fine. We're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, sorry, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Static Shiv. So we got 45 to 50 attack damage, so getting plus 5 attack damage, and then the electroshock minion damage is going from 250 to 350 to a flat 200. So pretty big nerf on the minion damage for sure, which I think is like the main reason you buy this item. Although it does have some decent stats, so they're just continuing to nerf it. And I don't know. I think this is really unnecessary, but it is the case. So, what do you think about this?
Let's see. I don't know. I feel like they don't know what to do with this item. They just keep the power level, but its receiving compensation as overall power level is pretty reasonable. I don't
Contradicting
know.
themselves a little bit, but it's fine.
I know because it's like they give it a little bit of attack damage, so okay, that's nice. And then they just it's just a nerf on the wave clear. I don't know. I think that they don't know what they want this item to be.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is pretty much what it comes down to.
Just bring back old
Um,
Static Shiv. Just bring it back.
yeah, yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, I feel like it was actually just fine. I feel like the old one was fine.
It was. It wasn't that broke. Trust.
But okay, yeah. Okay, last item, Storm Razor. We were talking, well, we jumped the gun on that one, but
Yeah.
it was crazy OP in 1310. And then they tweaked it, did some stuff on it. And then they kind of, I guess they just feel like they overdid it. Because
Yeah.
now they feel like it's a lot
They
weaker.
definitely overdid it.
Which, yeah, I think that's probably true. So they are giving it 5 attack damage, trying to push it back into
People's
being
inventories.
viable, I guess. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't know if 5AD will get people to pick it again, but
No.
maybe they'll do another buff in the Worlds patch. Maybe they're gonna slowly try and get it back. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't think this will do a whole lot. I think it's still just
Yeah.
probably not a
Like,
great item.
I think it's still fine on Jen and Caitlyn, maybe. More Jen, though, because I think Caitlyn can go Kraken Slayer, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't tested that too well, but we'll see. Um, I don't think it's enough really to make it like really
No,
good anymore,
no,
but
I
it's
don't think
definitely,
so.
I mean, viable on some champions for sure. And
Yeah.
then we got some Clash stuff if you're interested in that, and then we got some champion ability icon updates this patch. So we got
These
Blitzcrank.
those are yeah, those are pretty clean. I played Jana,
Oh yeah, nice,
and they're looking nice. Let me tell you.
nice. Yeah, so we got a list of these guys here. It's pretty cool. I do like it when that happened. They did some last patch, I think, too, which is pretty cool. If there was
Hmm.
some champion I played knew it, they had updated, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Oh, it was Jax, I think, actually, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. He got his like his little icons updated.
Yeah, which is really
It's
nice. They
nice.
have been a little bit old, so I appreciate that. We got arena ranked rewards on September 18th. Okay, so arena's getting there. That's cool. That's what, 2 days from now.
Yep.
Um, so rewards are gonna be sent out. All of these glorious gladiator icons, and then Mythic Shop rotation. If you are interested in this stuff, feel free to just peruse. And then we've got bug fixes and quality of life changes. Um, Still not sure whether we should keep this in the video or not. I feel like it would be interesting, but uh, I think we'll just not do it for now. Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah,
Yeah.
pause if you want to read that. Feel free. Sometimes that stuff can be pretty big, so yeah. So we got some Briar Skin, Street Demons Nico, Mundo, Zyra, Brand, Oh, Brand Skin, nice. Brand, Rengar, and Talia. So pretty cool.
Oh,
Looks like
interesting.
Wukong's come back. No, I'm just kidding. It's
Yeah,
Rengar.
yeah.
We got some Chromas, of course, as always.
Nice.
All right. Any final thoughts, or I think we pretty much wrapped everything up.
No, I think we'll definitely have to do 1319 because that'll we could probably spend a good amount of time just guessing at the world's meta from there. So
Yeah,
that'll be fun. But yeah, one more
hopefully.
patch to go. One more patch to go.
All right, well, you guys check out the Briar, which has been released because I think she's pretty cool. As I do want to say, I recommend play someone like if when there's a new champion released, just go read the abilities, like in-game abilities. Just like take a quick read through of them, and then if you have the time for like a 10, 15-minute bot game, uh, I recommend like at least trying a champion out because if you can try every champion out in the game, you are much more. You're actually ahead of a lot of people already because not a lot of people have even played every champion in the game. But if you know at least some of the ins and outs of all the champions, or at least how their abilities work, you definitely have a head start, I guess. So yeah. All right. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining me, Drew, and
Yeah.
we'll catch you guys in about a week and a half or so for the patch 13.19, going to be the world's patch. So look forward to that. All right. Peace.